Lions Report, and alongside Teddy Drucker, I'm Jack Doldrin. And so, Teddy, what's up this week? What are we showing?
Jack, today we have 2 boys varsity soccer games, 2 girls varsity soccer games, girls volleyball, and yes, Horace Mann. Horace Mann football is finally making its debut on the Lions Report today.
So buckle up, because the Lions Report Express is about to take off. It's Horace Mann taking on an undefeated Hackley team. Oh, hey, Jeremy. During the first 10 minutes of the game, the Lions had their backs to the wall, but they were able to remain unscathed. And then back on the other end, it's Sam Simon finding Michael Byfield somehow in the box, who drills it into the top right corner to put the Lions up 1-0, a pivotal goal. And then we go to the second half, HM trying to buy some insurance for that goal, and it's Michael Steer finding Bernie Rollins for maybe the goal of the year. He drills it into the bottom right corner off his head. Certainly worth another look. No need for words, just watch. However, the game was not over just yet. It may only be called a free kick, but someone's got to pay, and in this case, it's the Lions' defense for slacking, and just like that, Hackley had sliced their lead in half. However, that's all they would get thanks to some ferocious defense from Dershowitz, Jeremy Roth, and a great save from their keeper, Aaron Shine. Horace Mann would go on to preserve the lead and win 2-1. We're here with Lyle Dershowitz, our MVP of today's game, and just coming into this game, you're dealing with a lot of injuries, playing an undefeated team. How were you personally and the team as a whole able to respond to the adversity?
Well, first things first, our substitutes played amazing. Michael Byfield getting second consecutive start, and he put in a huge goal. First varsity goal, I believe, and what a moment. And, I just think everyone across the board stepped up. We didn't have any weak links, and we held off a good team at the end.
Horace Mann girls varsity soccer takes on a Riverdale team which hasn't lost in over 40 games. Riverdale knocks the ball into the bottom left corner of the goal, putting them up 1-0. And then to the second half we go, and Riverdale has the ball again on the offensive with a great move there, and shoots it over Sarah Land's stretched arm to put them up 4-1. Horace Mann has to talk things over to see what their strategy should be going forward. And Horace Mann comes out strong after the meeting, where Allie Davis defies geometry with virtually no angle on the goal. She gets it to go. And Sydney Watson would knock home the PK, pulling the Lions within a score of 4-3. Unfortunately, that was the last hope for the Lions, as Allie Davis is rejected by the post. Following that, Riverdale would respond on the other end with a ridiculous strike to the top left corner of the goal. Riverdale would go on to win 5-3.
Horace Mann took on an undefeated Fieldston team. The sets were tied up at 1 apiece, where here it's Isomosis slamming the ball down and overpowering Fieldston. And then, ladies and gentlemen, order on the court. It's Rachel Lander with the slam to put the Lions in the driver's seat. But back came Fieldston. They were actually leading at this point, and they slammed the ball down. Just a few points later, Fieldston ran the very same play to near perfection, and the set was tied up at Duncan apiece. But guess what kind of Oreo Horace Mann's Jayletta Goot likes? Double stuffed! She stuffs Fieldston twice at the end of this set, and this one right here would actually win the set 25-23 to put Horace Mann in control of this match. And in the fourth set, up 24-19, Horace Mann would hold their lead, win the point, and thus complete the upset. A big win for the Lions.
Horace Mann varsity football lost their first game against Dwight Englewood by a devastating score of 30-8.
David, they sure made up for that, filling up plenty of highlights in today's game against Foreman. Let's go to the tape. Alright, let's go to the game now. Horace Mann versus the Foreman School. We're all tied up early on. Jack Keegan to the back corner of the end zone, and it is caught over the left shoulder by Andrew Ivanoff Khan. Horace Mann goes up 12-6. All right, then, first and goal again. Jack Keegan takes it himself, pounds it into the end zone. Horace Mann up 19-12. Now here comes the Foreman School, and their running back jukes 2 tacklers, and he's down the sideline. He will not be caught. Foreman pulls within 20-19. All right, but Horace Mann has an answer for that. As Anthony Gagliardi, look at this run. What a play. 2, 3 tacklers, trucks over, and he's down the sideline. No one is going to catch him. Horace Mann up 25-20 at that point. But Horace Mann had some trouble saving the lead, as here's Steve Bolin running it outside to the left. That's a fumble. Foreman recovers, and they get the ball. And now here they are, that same drive, and oh, what a pass to the running back, a trick play. He's going to run 1, 2 tacklers miss 3, and he's right down the middle, and Foreman will pull within 28-25. But Foreman would give the ball right back, as a fumble here is recovered by John McGuire, takes it into the end zone. The final score, 31-28. Horace Mann would go on to win for their first win of the season.
Horace Mann girls soccer taking on Dalton. We're not even a minute in, and it's Dalton running loose and ripping the shot up and over the head of Sarah Land. Just a few minutes later, they're already up 2-0, and they'll extend that lead to make it 3-0, belting the shot in the bottom left corner. But if there's one thing we know about this Lions team, it's that you can never count them out. Caitlin Rubin. Her parents tell her she should use her head more, and so she's only obeying orders, scoring, and putting Horace Mann back in the game. But Caitlin got some help from her partner in crime, Allie Davis. Hold on to your jaw. It's the shot of the year. She strikes it into the bottom right corner. She may only be a sophomore, but don't tell her that after seeing this goal. Wow, what an amazing shot. 10 minutes later, it's Emma Schwartz with a free kick, and she connects with Caitlin Rubin for her second goal on the day. And then it's the alley connection, Steer finding Davis. If some is good, well then more is better. And in this case, Allie Davis scores her second goal on the day to tie the Lions with the Tigers, having been trailing 3-0 in the first half. Nevertheless, the Lions gave that lead away just as quickly as they got it. Dalton scored with 3 minutes remaining on the PK, and Horace Mann had one last chance. And on the free kick, they could not convert, losing in heartbreaking fashion.
Here you have guys varsity soccer taking on Fieldston. In the first half, Michael Steer barely misses the shot as the goalie makes a great save. Now in the second half, the Lions get even closer as Mikey Reese nails the crossbar with that one. But off the near perfect cross to Michael Chon, he gets up in the air and kicks it home, putting Horace Mann up 1-0. And then Bernie Rollins once again defies gravity. Let's just look at the instant replay, putting Horace Mann up 2-0. That header was unbelievable. And then Jeremy Roth flicks it to himself. He would put it behind the goalkeeper, giving Horace Mann a 3-0 victory over Fieldston.
This Saturday, as you probably know, it's Horace Mann's biggest sporting event of the year. It's our annual homecoming.
The Lions Report is going to have a table set up where we'll be hosting sports trivia and auctioning off a Pedro Alvarez signed baseball. It's going to be awesome, Jack.
So be sure to check us out. And until next time, thanks for tuning in to the Lions Report. Alongside David Hackley, I'm Jack Dolgen.
Here's your play of the week.
Sorry, Allie, but this one just had to go to Horace Mann's trifecta of Michael Chon, Michael Steer, and Bernie Rollins. One of the best plays, but more importantly, some of the best teamwork you'll ever see.
The middle one and the upper one. I do, yeah.